Hello everybody, welcome back once again. I've got another walkthrough for you here. We're going to play Triangle Strategy again. I want to do things just a little bit differently, and also I should say I actually I had started a walkthrough again, but I wasn't really happy with the audio, so I'm just going to redo. I think I only did like 2 or 3 videos, something like that. But anyways, gonna do something just a little bit different this time. So the initial time that I had played, I didn't. I guess actually when I first started out, I didn't really know much about the game, and then on top of that, I kind of decided. I went down one of the routes that it was fine. It was I think it was Benedict's route first, but I don't really think that that's the best way to start. I actually, this time around, I'm gonna do the golden route first. I actually did it last on my the second or the other set of videos that I did, or the other walkthrough that I did. And I just think that the characters that you get through or via the golden path are better, and certainly you get, I guess, technically one more right than you would normally get anyway. So like I said, I'm actually gonna do the golden route first this time around. So let's get started here. I'm gonna play on hard mode, as I like to do.
On the faraway continent of Norzelia, 3 mighty powers reigned. The Kingdom of Glenbrook, through which runs the mighty Norzelia River, bringing flourishing trade. The Grand Duchy of Esfrost, a land of ice and snow beneath which slumbers rich veins of iron. And in the desert, the holy state of Hyzant, home to the lake from which is harvested the salt essential to life. With each nation controlling one vital resource, conflict between these 3 powers was all too common. Minor disputes and skirmishes gave rise to fierce battles, and before long, the realm was engulfed in a bloody conflict that would rage on for years. Many died in what came to be known as the Salt Iron War. Brought to their limits and facing their mutual demise, the 3 powers at last negotiated a truce. The Norzelia Consortium is formed, a neutral organization that oversees fair trade of iron and salt. Finally, peace came to the realm. 30 years pass. Now, a new bond is set to be formed between the Grand Duchy of Esfrost and House Wolffort of Glenbrook, whose power in the kingdom is second only to that of the royal family itself.
Alright, so this is chapter 1, A Young Hawk Soars.
Lord Serenoa? Good morning.
Congratulations, my lord. The future of Wolffort is looking brighter than ever.
Today's the day, is it not? We're all ready for the big moment. Thank you, everyone.
Young Master, Lord Serenoa. So, you were here after all.
Ah, Benedict. It would seem word has reached the people already.
You can thank Eridor for that. He couldn't refrain from blabbing the news to anyone who would listen. I'll have a talk with him after.
This is a momentous day, not merely for our domain, but for all of Glenbrook. I do not think it possible to keep it a secret.
This is well and true, my lord, but you must consider your betrothed's lineage.
I'm well aware of the situation, Benedict. I cannot say for sure what repercussions this may have. What I do know is that the people rejoice for us and harbor hope for the future. As the future Lord of House Wolffort, I must rise to the occasion.
Fine resolve, my lord. As house steward, I will do all in my power to assist.
Thank you, Benedict. It is heartening to have the support of my father's right-hand man.
Shall we head to the port then, my lord?
So soon? I had thought we would have more time.
The river's waters have risen with the heavy rainfall earlier this week. And given the wind, I think it likely that Esfrost's ship will arrive ahead of schedule.
You never cease to amaze. Very well then, let us be on our way.
Okay, here is the world map tutorial. It says selecting event markers on the world map will advance the story. There are two types of events, main and sub. Main events are crucial to the plot, while sub events are entirely optional, but will disappear from the map as the story progresses. The roster, inventory, war chronicle, and system have been added to the main menu. Main menu says press Y to open the main menu, where you can view your units, prepare for battle, adjust various game settings, and more. Additional features will be unlocked as the story progresses. This game uses an autosave feature, however there is only one autosave slot. You may save manually or create additional save data files at any time by selecting System Save from the main menu. You cannot save normally during battle, but quick save data is created at regular intervals. You can manually create quick save data by selecting System Quick Save, and then quick save data will be deleted once loaded. So you can't really like cheese battles, really, maybe I should say you can't cheese battles to an extreme amount, but yeah, sometimes if you screw up, you can load a quick save, and sometimes it'll be back far enough where you can make different choices, but. Anyways, and as Frosty warship arrives at Wolfort Harbor, where a woman with rose-colored hair and her attendant disembark, I'm actually going to save here really quick. And then, let me just see. Oh yeah, you can't even go to the encampment. You can look at the roster, which, only has Benedict and Serenoa, and so that's not really helpful, but let's take a look here at the harbor.
I thank you for the escort. You are free to go.
Lady Frederica, there is no one here to receive you.
He will be along shortly, no doubt. If I have heard true, he is not the type to keep a lady waiting.
By your leave, then. We wish you everlasting happiness, my lady.
Thank you. I shall work hard, both for my new home and for my motherland. Please let brother, the Archduke, know that.
As you command, my lady. We leave the rest to you, Gila.
I shan't let you down. Phew, Glenbrook at last. Finally, we can take a moment of respite from our long journey. That said, it would seem we've arrived ahead of schedule.
I much prefer it to being late. This is a momentous day for Esfrost, and for the entire realm. We cannot afford to make a bad first impression.
I agree, which is why we cannot have you looking so tense. Why don't we go for a bit of a stroll?
A fine idea. After all, this may be the last time in a while that I am free to do as I please. Most are not inclined to grant liberty to one of Rosellan heritage, such as me.
You brought that pendant with you?
Of course. It is the only memento I have of my mother.
Thank you kindly, little lady. Letting a whole boatload of guards go back home was a stroke of genius. We heard tell you'd be here, and we wanted to be the ones to welcome you.
The winds of fortune are blowing today, aren't they, Pa?
Brigands!
Stand back, Frederica. I shan't let them have you.
Okay, here is going to be the combat phase. Generally, the game is split up into a few different phases, one of them being combat, one being exploration, and then another is just kind of like, storyline events. But anyways, it says, shortly after their arrival, Frederica and Gila are waylaid by bandits. Meanwhile, Serenoa makes his way to the harbor.
What do you intend to do with us?
Make you our little hostages is all. And wring every last coin out of the duchy and house Wolfort.
What's with that pink hair, though? Ya Rosellen? And that lady looks like she's from Hyzant. Did we go after the wrong boat?
Impossible! The ship was full of Vesfrosti soldiers.
Enough! I am without a doubt.
Have you bandits no shame? Attacking two innocent women?
And just who in the hell are you?
Okay, here is our first conviction choice, and this is the conviction tutorial. It says, in Norzalia, 3 major guiding convictions prevail: utility, morality, and liberty. These take the form of invisible parameters that are influenced by the choices that you make throughout the game. Your decisions will shape Sereno's convictions, as well as influence which companions may choose to join his cause. There's sort of no wrong answer when it comes to these. It's just your convictions are basically a running total, right? So at the beginning of the game, you start at essentially 0 on all 3 of them, and your convictions continue to build up as you make different choices and perform different actions. Like even in battle, right? You'll get minor conviction points here or there. The majority of your conviction points, or the easy conviction points, especially at the beginning of the game, are based on the choices that you make in terms of dialogue. This is one of those choices. So the top option is the utility choice, the middle is the morality, and the bottom is liberty. I'm actually going to go with the liberty. I think generally throughout the game, liberty is one of the more... liberty is the most difficult, in my opinion, of the 3 to actually get points for. So I'm going to go a bit heavy on liberty right away, and then I think I'm going to even things out just a little bit more as I progress. But anyways, again, I'm going to go here with the third option, which is the liberty option. You two bear a striking resemblance. Might you be father and daughter?
You two bear a striking resemblance. Might you be father and daughter?
You got that right. This is Trish, my pride and joy. She's a chip off the old block, ain't she?
Minus the stench and the hairy arms, maybe.
You wound me, girl! That was supposed to be a compliment.
If you'd prefer, we'll leave you alone to settle your family dispute.
You're the whole reason we're quarreling, you dolt!
Exactly! You're about about to pay for messing with Travis, the Bandit King.
Our foe has lost their composure. Well done, my lord.
Enough of this! You'll regret ruining our plans!
To arms, my lord.
Stand back, the both of you.
No, we fight together. I brought this upon us through my indiscretion. Pray allow me to help.
My lady.
I am a teacher of the arcane arts, and Frederica is a most apt pupil.
I can assure you we shan't be a burden.
Then I ask for your support from the back lines.
And you shall have it.
Why didn't you tell me you were having such fun? I would have joined you sooner.
What are you doing here?
Let us talk later. Now, I believe we have some lawless ruffians to rout.
Okay, so they give you a little bit of an overview when characters kind of join you, well, generally speaking. But this time, or this one is on Benedict, and it says Benedict's aptitudes in battle. So it says unwavering support with a strategic edge, aids comrades with various support abilities, and alters the turn order of his allies. Benedict is amazing, one of my favorite characters in the game. Next up is Frederica's aptitudes in battle, a pyromancer whose fire ignites chaos on the battlefield, casts sweeping spells to assail multiple enemies, can use fire spells to set flammable squares ablaze. And then Gila says, brings balance to the battlefield with powerful healing magic, specializes in HP recovery magic. Healing spells are even more effective on allies in mortal danger.
I hope you adults are ready to learn a hard lesson. You'll need more than numbers to beat us.
Their confidence is admirable, at least. Orders, my lord?
Give them no quarter. We cannot allow brigands to have the run of Wolfort.
Just who are these people anyway?
Now, Benedict.
Okay, here's the battle tutorial. It says, in battle, positioning and turn order are two keys to victory. Attacks from higher ground than that of your target deal increased damage. Attacks from behind are guaranteed to score a critical hit. A mark will appear when you can perform a back attack. The order in which units take action is determined by their speed attribute. Upcoming turn order is displayed via the AT bar at the bottom of the screen. And then here's the camera controls.
Think you got what it takes to best my family? Ha! Fools, the lot of... Coming through! Give 'em a fight, men. Distinguish yourself in battle and you'll receive your due reward.
Alright, here's the panels and lines of attack. Blue panels within movement range but out of enemies' range of attack. Purple panels are within movement range and enemies' range of attack. And then red lines indicate enemies that can attack the unit. And then red panels indicate your attack range. Yellow panels indicate the area of effect for the selected command.
We do not take kindly to thievery here in Wolfort. You will pay for your crimes. Then where shall we strike?
Alright, so I am going to try to keep Sarah Noah out of range here. So we'll just have him take a step back. Here's the command menu. In this menu, you can choose which command to issue the selected unit. It is split into two tabs, Actions and Items. Toggle left and right to change tabs. In the Actions tab, you can choose whether to use a normal attack with the unit's weapon or a unique ability. Abilities consume TP, and units regain 1 TP at the start of their turn. The Items tab contains a list of items shared by the entire party. With few exceptions, a unit can only perform one action or use one item each turn, so choose wisely. Playing on hard mode, it's really important to play defensively. I'm trying to make a living here. All right. Oh, big miss on Roland.
Our land has no place for those who disregard the law. I see a
I'm gonna do Raging Beast right away on Frederica.
It is time to strike.
I can do it.
And one of the first things that I do actually with Roland is to just move him right out of range immediately, and then...
Shall we make it a contest, my friend? Let us see who brings down more of these ruffians.
I think not. Whatever would I tell your father if harm were to befall you?
These are no ordinary men.
Yeah, anyway, so playing on hard mode, I play...
Let us remain calm and clear-headed.
These guys keep interrupting me. Playing on, hard mode, I play super defensively. It's really important because it's really easy to get overwhelmed and get your characters killed. So, also I should say, if you are able to go all the way through the game with no character deaths, you get an accessory when you play a new game. So, that is what I will do. I will be going for no deaths as usual here. All right. I love these controls. I just got done with a Final Fantasy Tactics walkthrough, and it's just...
We must defend ourselves from this danger that threatens us.
It's just really, really nice to have solid controls and better camera movement. Always gonna love Tactics. It's probably always gonna be my favorite Tactics game, but this one's probably my second favorite. Just newer, like I said, better camera controls. Certainly in battle, you can just it's just a lot easier to actually see things better. Not to mention the fact that you can move somewhere and check your range, and if you don't like it, you can actually just move back. Whereas in Final Fantasy Tactics, you can't do that. Once you've moved, you're stuck there. So, anyways, all right. Follow-up attacks. When an enemy is struck with a physical attack, any allies on the opposite side of that enemy will automatically perform a follow-up attack. A mark will appear if attacking the selected target will trigger a follow-up attack. Yeah, the little sword icon is the follow-up indicator. Let's see. Yeah, I'll move up here and use a delaying attack or delaying strike.
For victory.
Gonna just actually let's leave him right here.
I see a path to victory. It is time to strike.
Splendid.
Yeah, so by moving Roland away, usually that makes Trish turn back around and come back towards the main force. Usually when I'm playing, I never have Roland, or at least on hard mode, right? I never have Roland join the main force until way later. It's too risky to try to get through all of these enemies with Roland. And Trish will be able to be hitting him. And if you get caught by any of these other guys, the damage can really add up quickly. So I just generally don't do that.
Be at ease.
My utmost thanks.
Let me show you what I've learned. Flames, heed my call.
Nice, took out that bruiser right away. That's a really good start. Ooh, this is gonna hurt though. Man, is that damage right? It feels... Battle settings. Yeah, it's on hard. Wow, I thought these enemies did more damage at the beginning, but I guess not. Alright, I'm gonna move Roland back here.
Hope you're ready.
From where shall we strike?
This ends here.
Gonna move him way back here out of Travis's range.
I shall try my level best.
Ready for battle.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Also, you know, important to remember to actually position your character's backs to like railings like this, so that the enemy can't get, you know, easy like back attacks and stuff on them.
I won't lose.
I'm going to leave Roland right here. So hopefully what'll happen here is like this guy will come up here, and then hopefully this other guy will try to come back in here as well. Actually, let's move him back one spot.
Hope you're ready.
Travis can really mess up your positioning though, as you can see there, because he's got that backward toss. Alright, so Trish gets to go, then Benedict, then Frederica. Alright, so we're good though. Let's take this guy out. Oh man, that's a brutal miss.
Ready for battle.
This is troubling.
That's not going to take this guy out. Yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Well, Frederica will be able to take him out. That little guy anyway. Yeah, that was a really bad miss.
2 ashes.
Damn it!
Shall we begin? Allow me.
This will be of great use.
Charge! My lance strikes true.
Hope you're ready.
From where shall we strike?
Alright, so if I moved here and try to... Well, that's not even going to take him out, so I don't think that's worth it. I want to try to stay out of Trish's range still, so let's actually just move him back here. Do a delaying strike.
Wait your turn.
Yeah, we're really missing a lot today. That's not great. Can move Frederica here.
Have another.
They're good. Your wounds are healed.
All right, so at this point, Roland is probably missing too much health. I'd either need to drop him down at the bottom. Well, actually, I don't think I'm going to do that, though. Let's just use a HP recovery pellet here. There we go. Goes back up to full.
For victory.
So double thrust here.
Brace yourself.
And then point his back to the to that building. Do another delaying strike on him.
I'll make this quick. Ha-ha!
Ready for battle. Here.
I will end this.
They don't do the tutorial on the weaknesses and vulnerabilities for whatever reason, but Trisha's actually resistant right now to fire damage, and so whenever you I guess you know, when it's during her turn and you can see her like trying to attack, you'll see that you know, it'll come up with a little indicator that she is not or she's resistant to those attacks. Gotta get rid of this little guy. So bad.
I shall do what I can.
Yeah, Gila's not going to be able to take hits from multiple sources here.
Allow me.
Backward toss again.
My turn. Carefully.
Alright, let's see here. Serenoa is pretty messed up, and he's not going to be able to get heals, so let's do an HP recovery pellet with him.
I need this.
I fight for peace.
No, let's not do that.
Point me at him! Take that!
I shall do what I can. Your wounds are healed.
I shall try my level best. I have your back.
Delightful!
My knowledge grows deeper.
Alright, Benedict at level 2.
My turn. Be gone.
Right. Now Roland can join everybody else.
Let me show you what I've learned.
And that will get rid of the little guy.
We will make our ideals reality.
Forward. I'll make this quick. To lead, I must grow.
Point me at him!
Oh, nice.
Almost.
Let me heal your wounds. Your wounds are healed.
The tides are turning.
One step closer to our hope.
I shall try my level best. Just as I
Allow me. I won't lose.
So this time, I'm actually going to try to do... I'm actually going to leave Trish alive a little bit longer than I probably normally would. And that's just so that I can get a little bit more experience on Benedict and Gila. Those are the only two that are really going to be able to make use of it. Oh man, nice miss.
Honor of House Wolford.
My stratagem is soon that seemed to work. Damn it all!
Alright, it's looking like we got this in the bag. Here's the spoils tutorial. It says enemies or fallen enemies occasionally drop spoils. End an ally's turn on the square containing the spoils to claim it. Enemies can also claim spoils, so beware. On rare occasions, enemies will drop small boxes containing exquisite spoils. Allies do not need to pick up these items. They are automatically acquired. And then spoils cannot be used the moment that they are acquired. You must emerge victorious to see the spoils you have obtained and claim them as your own. All unclaimed spoils will be lost once the battle ends.
Shall we begin? Your wounds are healed.
My utmost thanks.
Ready for battle.
She's really missing a lot.
I shall try my level.
All right, so at this point, we're basically have this in the bag. But like I said, I'm gonna try to get just a little bit of extra experience with Gila and Benedict. The rest of the characters can't really do much, right? Because I'd have to basically deal damage to get experience. Let's actually... I'm going to move up, though. Just because I don't want Roland ending up kind of on his own.
Shall we begin?
Okay. Cyrano's missing 1 HP.
Your wounds are healed.
One kind of neat thing too about this that I noticed, which is also different than something like Final Fantasy Tactics, is in Tactics, in order to get any experience, or I guess that game's got JP as well, you actually have to perform an action and have it actually kind of do something. Meaning that if you're at full health and you try to heal yourself, you won't get experience or JP in Final Fantasy Tactics. But that is not the case here. Any action, even if it fails, will get you experience in this game. So kind of nice.
Let me show you what I've learned. Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are healed.
All right. And now Roland is with us as well.
Make way!
Oh, no! Let me show you what I've learned.
Defeat is not an option. Wait your turn.
Ow!
I won't lose.
Let me heal your wounds. Be at ease.
There is no mercy on the battlefield. It is time to strike.
So the reason why I'm kind of delaying this also and just trying to get a little bit of extra experiences, the last time that I did the next battle, I didn't remember it being as difficult as it is. And so I just kind of want to get a little bit of an edge, specifically with Benedict. I think Gila doesn't really matter. She's not really going to get anything that's going to
Cool heads shall prevail.
that's going to be super important for the next battle as well. But really, what I'm looking to get is what is the name of that? It is Bulwark for him, and that's going to increase your defenses, which is really nice.
For victory.
I shall do what I can. Allow me.
Sorry to worry you.
Unfortunately, also with Benedict, basically he can only take an action every other turn. So obviously he's going to be leveling just a little bit slower than Gila for the moment. And then once you get Bulwark, though, he can that only takes 1 TP, and so you can kind of really get cooking then. All right, so now she's stuck up here.
Forward.
Let us try out their weakness.
I shall do what I can. Your wounds are healed.
One trick, though, I think that would work as well is using the retreat option. I'll just show you here. Oops.
For victory. Forward.
Where is this at? System. Oh, you can't retreat from the first one. Okay, never mind. I guess that only works on the second battle.
What a mess!
But yeah, anyways, by retreating, your characters keep their the experience that they gain. I don't remember though if this game has an achievement for like no retreats. I never did it, so I just think that, you know, if you struggle on some of the battles, that you could kind of do that and take advantage of, you know, the experience that you keep. But like I said, I never did that, so I can't really speak to if there's an achievement for no retreats. I just can't remember. I've got all the achievements for this game. I just can't remember if that's one of them. Yeah, no, she's really stuck here.
Defeat is not an option.
I shall try my level best.
Let me show you what I've learned.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Allow me.
There we go. For those in need. So for those in need is her passive that increases the amount of healing, you know, as a character is lower on HP. So I think Gila is the best healer in the game, which is, you know, kind of nice that you get her immediately. But there are other healers in the game. Although, well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's not accurate. I think that there's another Medina, you know, sorry, spoiler alert. Medina is another one of the healers that you get later. Technically, she probably actually is the best healer in the game because of her ability to not only heal allies, but heal multiple allies and restore their TP. So yeah, I think Medina is technically the best healer, actually. It's just Gila's really solid. I'm just gonna ding attack from a safe zone. How is that a safe zone? It doesn't really make any sense. I guess just because Trish can't attack back, but still, that seems fairly like an inaccurate assessment of the zone that we're attacking from. But whatever. All right, let's Raging Beast here one more time. This is gonna level him. I just want to get Benedict leveled, and then once he's okay, one more, which I guess is like 2 more turns. Oh crap! Did I kill her? Nope. Okay, good.
For victory.
Let me heal your wounds.
I thought I finished her off there with that extremely powerful book. I don't know what she's reading, but it's doing some good damage.
I shall try my level best.
I won't lose.
She's got 19 health left. I'm gonna wait though. I don't want to accidentally kill her before it's we've accomplished our task. Generally speaking, the way that the leveling works in this game also is very. It's actually completely dependent on the stage that you're, the battle itself. Battles have basically a level. Yeah, like a level setting. I don't know how to describe that better, but there's the bulwark, where you know, as you are, or if you're too high for the battle, you'll start to get really bad experience, and you know, it doesn't take long to get to that point. Like it happens like really quickly. So you know, if you're on, we're gonna rue this day. So like if you're on level, so like this battle is probably level 2, right? So like if you start at level 1, you're gonna level pretty quickly, and you'll probably get like whatever 40, 50 experience or something for every action you take. But then once you get to level 2, it's gonna really drop off, like half of that experience. And then you know, if being that some of our characters were level 2 and going to level 3 here, you know, what was I getting? Maybe 10 experience per action. So you know, again, the experience that you get actually doesn't also function in the way that it does in Final Fantasy Tactics, where you know, generally if you're a lower level and you're performing an action on somebody that's higher level, you're going to get a ton, although it may kind of look that way. But again, it's actually very dependent on the actual level, or it's completely dependent on the level or the battlefield itself. So I guess just keep that in mind. There's no way to like power level, I guess, is maybe the best way to look at it. You can slightly overlevel, but the diminishing returns are severe, I guess I would say. But all right, that is the those are, or I should say, those are the results of the battle. 13 kudos. That is basically it's another currency that we'll be able to spend later, and then there's actual coin here, which I guess I got 800.
Wait, I know that face! That's the Wolfort Lordling!
What's that you say?
Wolfort? It can't be.
What are they doing here so damn soon?
This ain't what we planned for. Let's get out of here.
For a bunch of no-good thieves, at least they know when they're in over their heads.
I would have preferred to apprehend them and see them atone for their crimes, but so be it.
Your bride-to-be is safe. Isn't that what matters?
My bride-to-be?
My sincerest apologies. I had no idea we were being trailed by bandits. But where are my manners? I am Frederica of the Grand Duchy of Esfrost. I have come to fulfill our agreement. I am honored to join you in marriage and to call House Wolfort my new home.
The honor and pleasure is mine, Lady Frederica. Pray forgive me for not introducing myself sooner.
To think you'd fight at each other's side in battle before exchanging your vows. Though, I dare say that it bodes well for Wolfort that its new lord and lady make such a fine team.
Your Highness! Here you are. Why, the entire Kingsguard has been scouring the land for you.
Did you sneak out of the castle again, Roland?
When I heard my best friend's betrothed was arriving in Glenbrook, I simply couldn't miss the occasion.
While we appreciate the sentiment, perhaps you should have said something to the king.
I'm the least of my dear father's concerns. Though I suspect Huette will think otherwise. I suppose I'd best be on my way back. Rest easy, my fair Lady Frederica. You are in good hands here. I look forward to celebrating your union. Till we meet again.
His ring bore the insignia of Glenbrook's royal family. Could that have been...
Prince Roland, King Regna's younger son.
So a lord and a prince drove off a band of brigands by their own hand. What a fascinating nation we've come to, Frederica.
This is Sheila, my tutor and attendant.
Famed is the martial prowess of the Wolforts. It was an honor to be able to witness it firsthand.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Serenoa of House Wolfort. And this is Benedict, trusted steward of my family.
It is my honor to serve Lord Serenoa in any and all matters.
On behalf of House Wolfort, I welcome you to our domain.
You may think this is an odd question, my lord, but I ask it nonetheless. What does the color of my hair mean to you?
Okay, here is the second conviction option. I think I'm going to go with Liberty once again, which actually is the top option. So if it is not too forward of me to say so, I find it most beautiful. Also, I guess the other two options, so the middle one is utility, and the bottom is morality. So just keep that in mind if you want to go with those options instead.
not too forward of me to say so, I find it most beautiful.
Thank you, my lord. But you need not flatter me.
I said only what I mean. I have always been fond of roses, and your hair is as beautiful as any of them.
I adore them too.
Then it would seem we have something in common.
Lady Frederica, everyone awaits. Allow us to escort you back to Castle Wolffort.
Thank you, Benedict. It would be my honor.
All right, and there's the official recruitment of Frederica and Gila to our forces.
Serenoa of Glenbrook's House Wolffort and Frederica of Esfrost will unite in marriage to strengthen the ties between their two nations. In doing so, the newfound allies hope to hold their own in the face of Hyzant's salt monopoly, which continues even now, decades after the war. Who could have known that this was but a prelude to an uprising that would engulf all of Norzelia in the flames of war?
Alright, encampment has been added to the main menu. Provisioner is now available at the encampment. It says you can select encampment from the main menu to access the Wolffort Army's camp. Additional features will be unlocked as the story progresses. Let's take a look actually here in the encampment. Not much to do here quite yet. It's just, this is Lionel. They'll introduce him like officially later, and he'll actually be a recruit, but he's just the provisioner for now. It says, if it isn't Lord Serenoa, how do you do? This humble merchant has brought the finest selection of goods from across the realm. Please have a look. Alright, so here it says, at the provisioner you can purchase items and accessories and sell unwanted items in your possession. You cannot reap the benefits of accessories simply by purchasing them, so remember to equip them to the ally of your choosing. This may be accomplished on the unit details screen, the inventory menu, or via the prompt that appears after purchasing the accessory. We actually can't buy any of them yet because we don't have enough money, but yeah, I guess if you want, you can pick up a couple of HP recovery pellets. I may actually just, let's just grab a couple of these. Yeah, I'll just buy what I can and we'll call it a day. And I think I'm actually going to end this video here because I'm pretty much out of time. So, as always, the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.